Today was Sofia's birthday. She had invited her friends to a small cafe to celebrate. Everyone gathered. There was laughter, games, music, and the warm noise of celebration. Eventually, it was time to open the gifts. Sofia began unwrapping them one by one. Perfume, jewelry, a book, flowers. Then she reached the last one. It was from her closest friend, wrapped in thick paper, heavier than the others. She smiled and opened it. The moment she saw what was inside, her smile froze. It was a portrait, a painting of her, but not normal. Her face was distorted, pale, eyes hollow and dark, lips stretched into an unnatural, chilling smile. She slowly looked at her friend. "What is this?" she whispered. "You said you wanted something unforgettable," her friend replied lightly. The party ended soon after, but something inside Sofia didn't feel right. When she got home, she hung the portrait at the foot of her bed. That night, she woke up suddenly. Her eyes drifted toward the painting. Her heart skipped. The figure inside the portrait was gone. The zombie-like version of herself had disappeared. Only an empty background remained. She blinked. The next morning, everything was normal again. The portrait was exactly as before. It was just a dream, she told herself. But a few nights later, she woke again, and once more, the figure inside the portrait was missing. This time, she didn't look back at the painting. She slowly scanned the room, and then she saw it. In the corner of her bedroom stood a girl, her neck bent at an unnatural angle, like a broken doll. Her pale green eyes glowed faintly in the darkness. A cold smile rested on her lips. "Now it's your turn," the girl rasped. Sofia couldn't move. Her throat went dry. Her legs felt frozen. Her heart pounded violently against her ribs. "No, this is a dream. This is a dream," she whispered. But it wasn't. The air in the room suddenly turned freezing cold. The pictures on the walls tilted and fell. The ticking of the clock grew louder. Tick, tick, tick. The broken-necked girl stepped forward. The floor creaked beneath her weight. "When I was hurting, you laughed. When I said I was scared, you pushed the swing harder." Memories flooded back. A hot summer day, the yard, a wooden swing hanging from a tree, her cousin laughing as she swung higher and higher. Sofia remembered the jealousy. Everyone's attention had been on that little girl. Just for a moment, jealousy turned into anger. She pushed the swing harder. The girl screamed. Then silence. The sound of a body hitting the ground. That terrible crack. I was just playing," Sofia cried. "You lied," the broken-necked girl whispered. The walls began turning dark. Black liquid dripped from the ceiling. "Forgive me, please," Sofia begged. The girl laughed. Her mouth opened wider than it should have. Black smoke poured out from inside. "Forgiveness comes too late." Suddenly, everything went dark. Sofia woke up in her bed the next morning. The room looked normal, bright, quiet. The portrait was hanging on the wall again. "It was just a nightmare," she whispered. But when she stepped closer, her blood ran cold. The eyes in the portrait were no longer looking at her. They were looking past her, as if watching someone inside the room. From that day on, strange things began happening. In mirrors, she saw a shadow standing behind her. When her phone camera accidentally opened, for a split second, The broken-necked girl appeared behind her, then vanished. Every night she heard the same sound. Creak, creak. The sound of a wooden swing moving back and forth. There was no swing in her house, but the sound was real. She stopped sleeping. Dark circles formed under her eyes. Her skin grew pale. She called her friend, the one who gave her the portrait. "Why did you give me that painting?" she demanded. "What painting?" her friend replied, confused. "I gave you a normal framed photo." Her hand began to tremble. "The wrapped portrait, the creepy one. I never gave you anything like that." The call ended. Slowly, Sofia turned toward the portrait. Now the figure inside was smiling, but it wasn't her smile. It was someone else's. The next night was worse. She woke up. Her bedroom door was open. No wind, but the curtains moved. The portrait had fallen to the floor. The frame was empty, only darkness inside. From downstairs, creak, creak, the sound of a wooden swing. She forced herself to walk down. In the center of the living room stood an old wooden swing, and on it, the broken-necked girl, swinging slowly back and forth, back and forth. "Now it's your turn." The swing stopped. The girl stepped down and stretched her arms toward Sofia. "I fell. Now you fall." Sofia ran upstairs, locked herself inside her room. The door began to knock, slow first, then harder, then violently. "Open," the voice rasped. "You left me alone." The door burst open. The girl crawled inside. Sofia backed toward the window. "I can't give you back your childhood, but you will relive that moment every night." Suddenly, the scene changed. She was back in the yard. The swing, the little girl laughing. "Push me higher." "No," Sofia screamed, but her hands moved on their own. Harder, higher. The girl screamed. Then she fell. Her neck snapped. Blood. Silence. The room returned. The broken-necked girl stood inches away. "Now it's your turn." Sofia looked into the mirror. Her reflection wasn't alive. Black eyes, blood on her lips. Behind her, the rope of the swing. She finally understood. The spirit didn't want to kill her. It wanted to drive her insane. Weeks passed. She saw the girl everywhere. At work, on the street, among crowds. No one believed her. The psychiatrist said it was stress and guilt, but they couldn't hear the swing. Creak, creak. One day, she completely broke. She locked herself inside her house. On the walls she wrote, "I didn't kill her." The portrait reappeared on the wall. Now Sofia was no longer inside it, only the broken-necked girl, holding the swing rope. "Are you ready?" she whispered from inside the frame. Sofia began to laugh, slowly first, then louder, then hysterically. "Yes, now it's my turn." She opened the window. Dark street below, wind in her hair. Behind her, creak, creak. "You never forgot me," the girl whispered. Sofia looked into the mirror one last time. Her reflection wasn't alive. Black eyes, blood on her lips. Behind her, the rope of the swing. She finally understood. The spirit didn't want to kill her. It wanted to drive her insane. Weeks passed. She saw the girl everywhere. At work, on the street, among crowds. No one believed her. The psychiatrist said it was stress and guilt, but they couldn't hear the swing. Creak, creak. One day, she completely broke. She locked herself inside her house. On the walls she wrote, "I didn't kill her." The portrait reappeared on the wall. Now Sophia was no longer inside it, only the broken-necked girl holding the swing rope. "Are you ready?" she whispered from inside the frame. Sophia began to laugh, slowly first, then louder, then hysterically. "Yes, now it's my turn." She opened the window. Dark street below, wind in her hair. Behind her, creak, creak. "You never forgot me," the girl whispered. Sophia looked into the mirror one last time. Her reflection wasn't alive. Black eyes, blood on her lips. Behind her, the rope of the swing. She finally understood. The spirit didn't want to kill her. It wanted to drive her insane. Weeks passed. She saw the girl everywhere. At work, on the street, among crowds.